Hi everyone. Thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel today, where I'm about to perform post-repair final tests on Pat's USSC brand Pellet Stove Controller. Pat sent me this one because he was having a number of issues with his stove, which most probably related to the temperature control circuitry on this controller. So I've made the necessary repairs, and everything is now functional once again on this controller. I've pre-tested a lot of stuff on it and it all works, so I'm ready for final test. So I'll go ahead and turn it on. It's connected to my tester right now. My tester has some hardware on it and indicators, which I use as light bulbs, which I use as indicators. One of them is the igniter, will simulate the igniter. One will simulate the combustion fan. One will simulate the auger, and one will simulate the room or convection fan. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And when I do that, we'll see the controller boot up. It'll display USSC and then PLLT for pellet, and then the version 2.76, and then draft DRFT. And it goes to the off mode because that's the way I had it when I shut it down last. So we can see we've got some blinking lights there. I'll go ahead and press the on key, and that will turn on some of the display and turn off the room fan. So we have it in heat range 1 right now. And in this mode, I'm able to press on the heat range buttons up and down and change them up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back down to 1. The next thing I can check is the room fan. I can increase the room fan settings from automatic down to 9, and it'll stay there. And right now I can only go between 9 and automatic. The draft fan, I'm in automatic. I can go down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back up to automatic, and back down to 1. So that sets us in a state where the keypad is working correctly from my point of view. And I'll go ahead and do the reset on it, which means I press the 2 auxiliary keys at the same time. And I do that for 3 seconds. Once I do that, it goes into buy mode and reboots. So it'll give us the USSC logo again, the fact that it's a pellet stove PLLT, and then the version, and then draft fan light comes on. And I'll go ahead and turn it on. So the next thing I want to do is go into self-test mode. So to do that, I press the off key and the auger delay key at the same time. This is the same thing that Pat was trying. So let me try that. So there we go. We're in draft mode. So basically it's telling us that the draft fan, the lights on above it, is on. If I press any key, it'll go to the next test, and that is the room fan. And we see that the room fan light is now on, and the fan is actually, or the light is actually on, telling us that the room fan would be getting power. If I press it again, I get into auxiliary, which is igniter. So the igniter light comes on, which is good. And then the auger, so we have in yellow the auger light is on as well, and the heat ranges light indicator is on. The next one is the hopper, which we don't have on here, so there's no indicator for that. We go into stat, which is the thermostat. If I turn on the thermostat, which I have a little simulator here, if I press that, we'll see the light above the word on come on. There we go, we have it. That's kind of dim, but the keypad needs a bit of cleaning, I guess. And if I press the next key, we get 171 degrees F. So this is one of the complaints that Pat had about this controller, that it was stuck on 0 during this test. So I've replaced some components specific to this circuitry, and this is functioning again. And I do know that I have, as I stated in previous videos, that I do not have the correct thermistor for this controller, so it's reading a room temperature of 173 degrees F. If I pinch the thermistor in my fingers, we'll see the temperature go up, and I can wait long enough and it'll go above 200 degrees Fahrenheit. What this says to me is that the circuitry on the circuit board is functioning correctly and it's able to read an input from the thermistor. So that means that the repairs that I've completed are good and working correctly. So if I had the correct thermistor, it would read a better room temperature, but that's not what I have at the moment. So we'll continue working with this. I'll go to the next button, which is 60H, which is the indicator of the frequency of power coming into my shop here. That's standard for North America, 60 Hertz. The next thing is buy, so we go back and reset, and we'll wind up at the USSC logo, the PLLT version 2.76, and then draft fan on. And then you get to turn on the controller. So I'll turn on the controller. The last thing I want to check real quick is the auger delay. If I press the auger delay button, the light should come on above it. And there we have it. And then to get rid of that, as you know, the way to do that is to press the on key one more time, and that will get rid of the auger delay. So there we go, Pat. From my point of view, this controller is now fully functional once again. It did have some issues. Those have been resolved. And I'm highly confident that this is once again working the way that it should. I'm not getting any error codes. Everything works the way it should. The keypad works the way it should. So it's ready to be returned to you. I do want to thank you very much for sending that to me. I appreciate it. And for all of you viewers, if you have a pellet stove of this type, this model, or different brands, different hardware that you have, if you need it serviced, feel free to contact me. My contact information can be found in the description for this video, just below this video. I do hope that you'll take the time to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you found it of value. And please, I really do hope that you'll subscribe to my channel. That would be helpful to me. So everyone, thanks for watching. Pat, thank you. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye-bye.